What's my mother name?
What's up, guys? KW175 back with another Pokemon Duel video. And real quick, before we get into today's incredible matchups, I have some awesome battles for you guys to check out. I wanted to talk about this just real quick, kind of old news by the time I'm getting my video up, but this is the first communication that we've got really addressing the update and giving us a specific time frame without just kind of teasing us. Like at first it was okay, early 2019 we're like, okay, cool, we're pretty hype about it. Hopefully it's not going to be bad and it is going to make the game better. Hopefully revive it, bring back some old players, keep any new players that download it. February. We have till February. I know we were all getting a little bit irritated. Me and Rico were both tweeting. I know he made a video about it as well. The meme was pretty funny. So, you know, like he said, we don't know if it's the result of all of us kind of tweeting them. I'm sure there were some Reddit posts, but nonetheless, they gave us a time frame, February. I'm pretty happy about it. It's just a little bit annoying that it's like been over 4 months, and if they knew it was going to take this long, they should have kept the boosters and, you know, gave us some tickets, loyalty rewards. But let's go ahead and just check out the teaser trailer one last time before we get the update. We don't know when it's going to be coming, but it is going to be coming this month. Dawn Wings Necrozma. We have the Duskmane Necrozma. They don't really showcase Necrozma or the Ultra Necrozma, but look how Bidoof is flashing like he has a marker, but he doesn't have a marker or not flashing in that clip. So I'm kind of wondering, is the Duskmane Dawn Wings going to have some type of banish mechanic, some type of marker? It's obviously flashing, so it's going to be something. This definitely looks like Ultra Necrozma, so I'm super hyped. You guys know I've been waiting for this for a while. I kind of thought they were coming out back when we got the White Kyurem and the Black Kyurem with the fusion, because, you know, they fuse with you know, Resh and Zek, so Necrozma fuses with the Duskmane and Solgaleo and Lunala to get the Duskmane Dawn Wings. But let's go ahead. We're going to get into today's first matchup. The #1 world ranked player of monthly last month, and Kalel. Definitely an incredible player. I wanted to showcase this matchup going up against X2 Quick and coming down with the Rush, right? Wanted to just go ahead and take a look at some of the figures, take a look at some of the plates. You know, we have the Double Chance Swap Spot Scoop Up, Golblock, Mega Gengar, Mega Lucario, and the Air Balloon. So, Kalel going to cover up the goal. And in those situations, it would definitely be nice to have an X attack or even a Desperate Times. But I'm going to go ahead and move over with that Lucario. Doesn't want to switch out with that Zoroark, because it can't be knocked out by Gold. And it gets the extreme speed, but unfortunately for Too Quick, you know, Lucario was able to get the damage and not the Aura Sphere. So Mega Gengar rushing down, taking an entry point, doing what it does best. Kalel going to go ahead and be defensive with that Primal Kyogre. Things pretty tough to deal with as a goalie, but you can get some lucky rolls and get it out of there pretty quick. Oof, gonna get a dodge. Not able to get rid of that Marshadow just yet. We all know that struggle. And yeah, definitely need to protect the goal from that Mega Lucario. Is a 3 MP. And Gold is going to go off, well, Abyssal Grip is going to go off and get rid of that Marshadow, who lands the Gold. Primal Kyogre is there, no problem, able to cover up the goal and doesn't have to worry, at least for a couple of more turns, because of the double life mechanic. Has a good chance of taking away this Zoroark. Oh, but it hits a miss. Feels bad, Kalel. Poof. That Drifblim is going to get knocked out, and I'm going to try to get rid of this Sableye, and able to get rid of it. Kalel, you are in trouble, my friend. You are the #1 world ranked player, and Too Quick is coming for that clout. So going to be able to long throw that Blaziken and dodge the dodge. So here comes the other Lucario. So Kalel makes the smart decision, since that entry point is just, you know, at risk of being retaken again by that Lucario. Going to go after that Zoroark. Has a, you know, really good chance, but gets knocked out. Like, that's like the hard counter of hard counters, right? Like, that's about the best matchup you can get for Zoroark. Not able to get it done, so Kalel gonna go make a blaze again, burn that Marshadow, get rid of that dodge, and needs to land an attack that can knock it out. Good thing it didn't land the Cyclone Kick. And now Kalel able to free up that entry point. Mega Lucario, X2 quick, just relentless, rushing and attacking. Wants to, it looks like to get this match over pretty quick. Jet Kick is going to go off into the Ore Sphere, but Lucario not able to be knocked out by those gold attacks without a special condition. So Air Balloon and going to attack again. Cyclone Kick would be perfect, except gotta worry about that that gold attack. So gonna get knocked out regardless, and Kalel is just not in a good position. Not in a good position. Primal Kyogre with that Z move, huge purple, need to just, oh man, gets the 2-star Aura Sphere. Feels bad, man. Feels bad, but able to devolve into the EX Kyogre, so doesn't have to worry about insta losing. Now, if he didn't have that form to transform into, that would have been game. And speed just rushing back down. Mega Lucario is going to devolve back into Lucario. Gengar on the mission, ready to move forward. Marshadow going to be able to get the knockout on that Deoxys speed form. Both entry points are still under fire. And Too Quick going to attack Contagious Tear. So better than a knockout, but Marshadow is going to have weight. So Kalel's just going to go ahead and move over. Mega Gengar has been expended. Otherwise, that would have been game. And again, Marshadow going to be able to hang on. And here comes the Gengar just trying to set up the surround. Marshadow is going to go defensive. Now, Kalel kind of has to attack with the EX Kyogre. And, man, going to be able to get that Tidal Wave. Push that Gengar back. Block that Fracture from being able to move any closer. Lucario able to attack, though, and get rid of that Marshadow. Kalel, like, it looks like it's all over. I know there's a lot of people that would go ahead and just give up, but not Kalel. Not in. We never give up until the very last moment, like until we know it's checkmate. Like it's check right about now, but it's not checkmate just yet. And that EX Kyogre able to get rid of that Lucario. Gengar going to move back down, is confused. So with that said, not a lot of good matchups for that Gengar. And, you know, I mean, if it lands the purple, able to shift into the dodge, but now the Fracture is going to retake that entry point. Gets that Tidal Wave, able to shove that Fracture 3 movement points away, and now Kalel has a free entry point, but he's got to protect against that speed form. Max Revive, going to go ahead, bring out that Marshadow and attack. There's no losing roll here because there's no miss on that Marshadow. With that minus 20, there's literally nothing that speed form can get that can knock out that Marshadow. So, going to move up, threaten game. Now, Too Quick has to go ahead and scoop up with that Fracture, and because of its territoriality, Marshadow is not able to bypass it or even move next to it without having to attack. So, pretty nice, and Kalel able to come back clutch and free up his entry point, get some more Pokemon out. Gonna go ahead, protect that goal, and hopefully Drift Blim gonna be able to get some takeaways here. Phantom Sphere though first. Marshadow coming in for the YOLO, very likely to be able to get that gold into purple, but not going to happen this time. No lucky rolls for that Marshadow. Sableye is going to be able to come out over that Drift Blim, move forward, and Kalel is moving in, closing in on that goal point. Marshadow going to be able to hang on with that dodge, and Sableye is going to be able to move just a little bit closer. And Gengar has to go for that attack again, and the Marshadow with the perfect roll, able to get that gold into the Contagious Tear. Now, Kalel could either move in for the surround or, you know, try to get a takeaway, and he's going to go in for the surround. Now, Guillotine would be able to knock out this Sableye if it lands white, but it's able to get that plate gnawing, not the gnawing plate. I think I called it gnawing plate for the longest time. And, yeah. Attack damage is not going to be able to knock out that Sableye, and it's not enough damage anyway, and that is going to be GG. I gotta tell you guys, this has to be the most epic comeback of 2019. Now, 2019 is still early, but that was an incredible matchup. Shout out to Too Quick and Nkalel. Nkalel coming in first place in the entire world for last month. Now, getting into the next matchup, I think this is a pretty awesome deck. So I wanted to showcase this matchup. 3 Lucario, 2 Megas, 2 Metang, 1 evolves into the Metagross, and a Primal Kyogre with the EX Kyogre. And then we have Giggity Gaming, USA Gig, because he's in the World Cup tournament. 3 Lurantis, a Trico, all the way up to the Mega Sceptile, Virizion, and finally added that Tapu Bulu. I was telling him for quite a while. I think Pro Bill, maybe several other people were like, Gigs, if you're going to be running a grass deck, you should really try that Bulu. So finally he's used it, and as far as I know, has been doing pretty well with it. I believe he came in the top 100 last month, so good job, Gigs. Shout out. Maybe I think even for the second month in a row. But I wanted to highlight this matchup, and because these grass decks are just insane. A ton of damage. They all have Z moves, and every grass Z move able to heal your entire team. So the only way to kind of, limit the power, the damage output of the grass deck is to be able to status condition on those Lurantis, but with the grass Z move able to just heal everybody. And Lucario getting that purple, but with that Tapu Bulu. That's another incredible thing for having Bulu. You can attack into purple knockout attacks, white knockout effects, and, you're immune to those. Tractor Beam going to go off and get that Mighty Sphere Surround and capture one of Giggity's grass-type Pokemon. Another Tractor Beam. Here comes Lucario, because Lucario is the fighting type, and the Tractor Beam able to evolve, but not going to evolve just yet. So Gig's like, screw it. I'm going to go in. Gets to the Grass Knot. Able to get the Surround, and that was perfect because it sends it to Giggity's PC and doesn't want to capture another Pokemon, because then he would be able to get one of his Lurantis back next. So IDGAF, I think we all know what that acronym stands for. Going to come in for the attack. Giggity gets a miss. Feels bad. Wasn't going to be able to do enough damage anyway, as far as I know, even if Giggity was able to get the white attack. And Ula Wish, another good reason to have Tapu Bulu. If you go up against another grass deck, you're going to be able to use that on their Lurantis, and it's pretty much all over from there, unless they have a Bulu and can negate your Lurantis' ability to increase the damage. So Giggity able to get the clutch knockout with that Virizion, getting a Lurantis back. IDGAF going to go ahead and just move up and evolve into that Mega Lucario, go in for the attack. Going to be able to, clear that damage by 6 damage. Able to get that knockout. Gig is in serious trouble, and Double Chance is going to go right in for it. And, Bulu not going to be able to get it done with that Smash 114 up against the 141. Now Gigs has to get a knockout. Chooses Virizion because it does have that Grass Knot, but Swords of Justice is going to spin, and IDGAF is going to be able to get the win fairly easy. And I just wanted to showcase this, not to put Gigs down, but just to show the power of being able to capture Pokemon with that Mighty Sphere, and just how good that Steel deck is with those Lucario and the Metang. Now, I wanted to showcase this player, N greater than D. I mean, it's nice to see that he knows his stuff about Pokemon Duel now. I just think it's a funny name, so it's kind of cool to have an N fan, a loyalist, and a subscriber to the channel reached out to me and just let me know that they love the videos. They watched my deck prep videos on tips and tricks for new players, and so they tried to use the strategy. Completely new account, free to play. Literally opened 110 pack from clearing all the hotels and getting some of the gems from the beginners rankings. So I think you get a couple hundred gems for the top 300. So I just wanted to kind of showcase this player. They definitely want to become an N member once they reach the threshold. You got to reach at least 3.8 thousand ELO for your league. So if any of you guys have reached 3.8k and you're not already part of a clan or a guild, you can definitely hit me up in the comments, and I can let the moderators of N know. But let's get into the matchup. This player clearly 1,000 elo above, a much better deck than N greater than D, and we're just going to call him N versus Rikishi, I believe is how you pronounce that, but has that Mega. So we're just going to go ahead and back up, even though that Bayonet's not able to go Mega Bayonet because the Charizard's already Mega. You can't have two Megas on the field at the same time. But just going to go ahead and just preemptively defend the goal, kind of anticipating losing some rolls, having to go defensive. So I definitely like it. They've sent me several matchups, and to be honest, I'm very interested in this player. I don't know, like I said, if they're actually a seasoned player who started a new account, or if they legit are new, but like, I've been watching a lot of their matchups, and they've been winning a lot. So they move up and attack that Finnegan, able to get the knockout with that Lunala. Now Rikishi gonna go Mega Bayonet, move over, not going to attack, and kind of a wasted Mega in my opinion. So not really sure. They don't have the Phantom Sphere, so they're not able to come out with the Surround. Otherwise, that would have been a good play. And now able to go Z move, and as long as it doesn't get the Dragon Tail, gets the Fire Spin, gets 3 spins, 180 damage, not going to be able to get it done. Now that Salazzle going to be able to burn the whole back line. Now even if Rikishi had another Mega Charizard Y to be able to move over, Mega Bayonet is preventing it from being able to go Mega. Purple is going to be able to defend against that Z move, and that's going to be GG. Great placement. Definitely got a few decent rolls, but I feel like that was a placement game, and N greater than D just played incredible. So shout out to them. I do want to showcase one more matchup. Going up against an even higher ranked player, over 3K, 3.1K. You can see they're climbing very quickly. They're climbing very quickly. So let's go ahead and just take a look at some of the plates. Okay, got a couple of Megas, and not a bad deck at all. Got the Dragalge, Seismitoad, so kind of a poison deck with the Gengar and the Venusaur, but also has that Sceptile. So scoop up, yeah, swap spot, hurdle jump, goal block, so pretty standard plate loadout. And as you can see, there's not a lot of chains. The figures, there's no Carmonite invested. He was able to get some level 5s though. Like again, Magikarp and Gyarados from the training center. Got the Marshadow and the Lunala from a 10-pack. Only one 10-pack to create this deck. And as far as I know, they're not even using any of the rental decks. Just using this. So the Guillotine is going to be able to go off. Not able to defend. That Dragalge is going to get knocked out. Now, that Fracture is going to become poisoned, but not to worry. So like that Marshadow in the Fracture Rush is pretty good. Definitely pretty good. Now, I'll have to say, they got pretty lucky with getting the Marshadow and the Lunala kind of together. And I think, they sent me a screenshot of opening up a second 10-pack, and I think they got another Lunala, and I forget what the other one was. But they got like a second Lunala. So, I don't know if they're going to try to use 2 Lunala or not, but moving in for the attack, going to be able to get the knockout. So, going to be able to devolve, or I think, yeah, you have to devolve into the land form when you have it set. Able to get the knockout on this Gengar, but the Will-O-Wisp is going to go off and just kind of burn that Gengar, and the opponent definitely going to go Mega Gengar. Now, the X attack would be enough to be able to get it done. It could land the Moongeist Beam as well into the white, but has a huge purple and blue, and Mega Gengar going to make that Lunala noxious. So, Lunala's noxious, Fracture is poisoned, and Fracture going to be able to get the Guillotine and knock out that 141 Leaf Blade on the Sceptile. And now going to go ahead and just kind of run up with the Greninja, and they're going to double chance. Looks like going to go in for that double KO. Gonna have to get a couple of spins though. Needs 2 spins on that gold to be able to beat that Seismitoad, but not able to get it done. Loses by 2 damage, feels bad. Not even able to get the water shuriken to try to make that Gengar spin. Nobody knocked out from the earthquake from the Seismitoad. And Blue going to be able to get that Venusaur out onto the field. And Gengar going to be able to get the knockout on that Lunala. Not able to land the Moongeist beam, so probably trying to cycle or get the Moongeist. And probably could have went in for a surround or something. Marshadow moving up. Going to attack that Seismitoad. Definitely can get a knockout, but now it's going to be poison. So matchup is not going to be nearly as good. Basically needs to get a gold into purple, or the Seismitoad needs to land a miss. And gonna scoop up with that fracture. Okay. Block off that Venusaur. Now scoop up has been used, so Blue able to move in, proc that evolution on the Magikarp into the Gyarados. Now N greater than D, not gonna be able to scoop up and surround that Dragalge. Gonna back up and attack. Wow, gets a pretty lucky knockout there, but odds were not horrible. Odds were not horrible. Could have land dodge to survive, or, you know, gold into purple. Trying to just get back, defend the goal, and was able to get the knockout. Kind of move back up and reclaim that entry point. Now Gyarados is going to be poisoned, but Storm sending it back to the bench. Dragalge going to be coming right back out. N greater than D going to hurdle jump. Gengar not able to take this around because of the Marshadow now. And Salazzle going to be able to get the knockout with that Venoshock. I love Salazzle. I think Salazzle is an incredible figure. And it just looks cool. Fracture not able to get the knockout on that Shaman Landform Seismitoad. Going to try to clear that entry. Dodge though. And now, Inferno Overdrive. Z-move from the Salazzle. Going to come in for that YOLO. Pretty good odds. It could go either way, though. And able to get the knockout. And that's going to be GG. Threatening the game with 2 Pokemon. Not able to goal block because of the surround scenario. And Salazzle gets a miss. But good thing that poisoned Marshadow was able to hang in, just coming through, gets the knockout on that Venusaur, able to reclaim that entry point and take the game. So shout out to N greater than D. I do want to show you guys some of the stats. Okay, so 2284, 53 total duels, has won 50 of them. And I believe one of the losses was a disconnect. One was like due to time, but a 33 win streak, which was broken because of a disconnect, so they said, and came in 621st in the monthly with only, 50 wins. Not bad. So I kind of wanted to just show you guys again the deck, even though you've just seen some of the matchups, but obviously they were able to get that Lunala and the Marshadow both from a 10-pack, which was pretty lucky. Also getting the Fracture is a really nice figure to have. 3 MP off the bench, 2 MP once on the field. So they have 3 figures that are 3 MP off the bench, which is speed. Having that speed to be able to get out there on the field. They have some mobility with the Lunala and the Marshadow. Also, we'll take a look at the plates, and then they have some power, with the Z-moves. 2 water types, 140 damage, 240 damage from the Gyarados once it's evolved. Salazzle over 200 damage, able to poison, able to get some knockouts. There's some purple for defending. Moongeist Beam sends to the PC, but they checked out my pro tips and trick video. I talk about power, speed, and mobility. That happened months ago. And I still think it stands with having a well-rounded deck. And I just wanted to give you guys some hope. If you're new or if you've been around, but if you're free to play, you don't have a lot of the newest, greatest figures, even though we haven't had a new banner in like 4 months. But standard plates, no max revive, just hurdle jump, goal block. They don't even have an air balloon. Scoop up, swap spot. Love the swap spot for the Marshadow. Greninja can get some pretty clutch knockouts, but I'm sure there's no Carmenite invested. You know, they get a couple of chains, you know, from the 10-pack because it comes with a chain level. So let's take a look at some of the stats again. 53 total, 50 wins, just, you know, 621st in the monthly, 33 win streak, 2284. They're climbing very, very quickly, and I just wanted to give a big shout out to them. Like, great plays. I hope they continue to climb, and I'm curious to see how fast they can reach 3K. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video and enjoyed the battles. If you did, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit that notification bell, follow me on Twitter if you guys want to join the discussions at KW175, and until the next one, later guys.